Here's today's little pet peeve. If you're over 35 and your profile says that you're still figuring it out, sorry to say, if you haven't figured out what you want by 35, you're probably just going to be George Clooney and a bachelor forever. So just say that. You just want to not have anything serious and just, live life and until you find some sort of person that's going to satisfy you or whatever, entertain your little male ego. But to say that at 40, 41, you're still figuring out what you want, that just tells me you're looking for the booty. Enjoy that thought. Have a good day, guys.
Woohoo! Threaten men with a good time, why don't you? Saying a man is going to end up like George Clooney is something a percentage of the kings out there are more than happy to sign up for. Wayne, that is the equivalent of telling women if they keep up what they're doing, they're going to end up like J-Lo. To the plump decade post-war queen in this video, I can assure her those men in their 40s getting action from multiple women aren't just enjoying it. They're not in a rush to get into a serious relationship, let alone get married. Listen, sister, just because you are lonely and want a man to put a ring on it doesn't translate to the men willing to plow you are somehow sharing your same fifis. I mean, I don't pink shame anyone, and there are guys out there who enjoy more cushion for the pushing. To each their own. All this queen accomplished with this video is notifying everyone some of the guys hitting her up on the apps are just doing a booty call. Welcome to 2024 dating there, princess. It's an all-you-can-eat sour cream buffet. Before we move on, I want to bring attention to the fact that 79% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
Ladies, I was at the gym yesterday on a Sunday. I don't normally go then. I was at a weird time. A man expressed interest in me and asked me, "Are you dating anyone?" I paused, and in 1.2 seconds, this man gave me more clarity about something than anyone else could have. He said, "If you have to stop and think about it," he says, "then you're the only one in that relationship." I was mind blown. So, use this in your life. If you're questioning things, you don't have a title, you stop and think, am I seeing someone? You're not. Nope, you're not. Dating in 2024 is ridiculous. But you know what's not? Knowing your worth. Happy dating in 2024.
Yo, my man dropped a nuke level of reality from orbit on this decades plus post-war queen. Chad/Tyrone don't commit just because you queens want access to his special sauce 24/7. It has to be painful for these high-mileage beaters when they come to terms that they are not special and their vision of a situationship was more akin to her being used as a floor receptacle. I'm not referring to the coffee in her mug either.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
And for the dating in 2024 is ridiculous line, I think she misphrased that from women have shaped dating in 2024 into something ridiculous. About knowing your worth, sweetheart, the bulk of you women greatly overestimate your value in the modern dating market. I mean, her reaction to the gym guy's comment of her reality shook her entire foundation. So tell us, oh great femme sage, how exactly do you know your worth if you don't even know your relationship status? But you aren't alone there. The West is chock full of women sharing Chad/Tyrone sausage while fooling themselves into thinking their tacos are the only ones getting cracked by that thunder meat. Well, look at the bright side there, princess. At least she now can count on the occasional Sunday workout epiphany at that gym.
My eyes have seen the glory.
Moving on.
So, can we have a conversation about dating in 2024? I mean, like, I'm 40, so I remember the days when you could actually meet somebody organically and it was amazing and you got to know them instead of what we're doing now. Like, we actually have to go and get some app and then we read and pick through people like their groceries in an aisle, and then we don't even really get to know what these people are like. We're just like, oh, he's okay. And then we are passing on people that we don't even know that we may have actually clicked with in real life because we can't tell who they are on a screen. I mean, I'm sure when people talk to me and message me, they think I'm like the most boring person ever, but in reality, I'm a lot of fun. I'm ridiculously fun.
Okay, this decade's plus post-war queen said that she remembers a time when she met men organically, and it was great. All right, how about a stupid gorilla question? The guys you met organically, where exactly are they now?
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Let's not ignore the fact that she self-snitched when she admitted to passing up on possible great guys on those dating apps. Oh, well, I guess there is some truth to when men say you queens are always swiping right on the same guys. And let me give out some unsolicited primate advice. If you have to get on a video sharing platform to announce you are a lot of fun, you are probably not. Or at least you are not fun in the way you think you are. Here's the issue that the bulk of you ladies are facing. All of you thought these dating apps were the greatest invention since tampons. And you all went full force Chad/Tyrone hunting on the apps thinking you would find your happily ever after. But in reality, what you got was a carousel ride with just a happy ending.
But nobody's ever gonna know that if we're just like, hi, how are you? How are you? How's it going? How's your Saturday? Good morning. And then it dies off because life is complicated and there's a lot going on. Like, I want to meet somebody at a normal place. Like, can we meet in the grocery store, or can we meet at church? Or I would like to find somebody out and about, like farmer's market, or I don't know. I'm also tired of only being invited out to go to a bar. Like, is there anything else we can do in this world other than just go to the bar? I mean, come on! I think I'm gonna be single forever, and I'm probably gonna have some cats and maybe even a few dogs. I don't know, but this is not working. And I'm over it. So yeah, that's my tantrum for this morning. Happy Saturday, y'all, and good luck out there dating. I'm about to give up.
Okay, what exactly is stopping this queen from going to a grocery store or a church to meet a guy? Absolutely nothing. What she wants is for men to approach her in those places. And thanks to that awesome female-led cancel culture / shaming movement, a huge percentage of men have opted out of doing cold approach. I mean, I can't really blame them when you women have made the risk for men of being recorded, labeled a creep, be put on blast on social media, and have their life greatly affected a reality. Another thing, she wants to be invited to other places that aren't bars. To this, I ask, if the guy doesn't know you, why should he reward you with a dinner date or anything equivalent to that?
Whatever.
Well, at least she is a realist, accepting a future with plenty of cats. She forgot to mention the box wine. Ladies, how many times does this gorilla have to point out the obvious?
465!
If you aren't young and you can't offer a man offspring, take the time to learn what the type of men you want are actually interested in. Either that or keep making pet stores richer. Moving on.
Is anyone else out there completely exhausted with the dating world right now? People are not trying to get to know who you are as a person. They think you're hot, and they're trying to talk to you and keep your interest long enough to get you in bed. And if that's not what their goal is, if their goal is actually that they want to get to know you because they think you're interesting, they are not interesting. They just want what I can give them. They just want me to bring adventure and interesting things to the conversation and fun things to do and fun people to be around, but they don't have anything to offer. They don't go out and do fun things with their friends. They don't have interesting topics to talk about.
Hold up, is she really saying that men in her age bracket who are actively dating are primarily looking to smash? Impossible. Okay, my elder post-war queen, this reality may shock you, but I have to ask, why are you surprised? Let me point out the not-so-obvious obvious. First, I highly doubt those men are coming to this queen thinking she is going to give them children and a family. At this point, a guy would look at her dating profile and say he considers that egg carton certified empty. Another thing is, they probably aren't thinking they're going to get with you and buy some white picket fence house. At that age, most men either already have a home or they are living such a simple life they don't see the need to get a high-end home in some upper middle class neighborhood. I'm going to repeat it for the women out there who just aren't going to settle. Practice expectation management. It will save you a lot of heartache.
I am so exhausted with people using me for what they can get out of me and for what I can pour into their life, and they have nothing to give me. Am I the only one? Are other people feeling this way? I'm just like, some dude messages me, "Hey, beautiful, how was your day?" I just immediately am not interested. I don't know you. I don't want to tell you about my day. I have people I actually care about that actually know me and want to know about my day. I don't have time to talk to a stranger. I just can't. I don't know. Are you with me? What am I missing? Am I just being picky? What is it?
Dang, this woman sounds like she is tired of being... And then the men drop the deuces. She keeps claiming that men need her to entertain them. Could it be possible the reason men think this is because maybe there's a smidge of truth in it? I'm not saying she is some kind of a service like some party clown rental company, but why, oh why, are only boring men hitting her up? I mean, once is an incident, twice is a coincidence, and 3 times is a pattern. How about this? Why not swipe on the guys you usually don't swipe on? Or try an experiment and let a male family member do your swiping on the dating apps and go on a date with the guy they chose. It's not that crazy of an idea when you realize your own taste in men is at around the city waste management level of results. The worst that can happen is what she is experiencing now repeats itself. Either that or she can just stock up on cat food and box wine. Are we done here? Moving on.
That was a wild thing. I wanted to experience it and do. And my career and money were definitely not on my high up on my list. I wanted to experience. One of the things I said, and I don't even know where I got this from. I gotta think, where did I get this saying? I want to do while I'm young everything that old people want to do when they retire. I want to see what I don't like in life. I can tell you this, at my age, I couldn't anymore live on a boat. Just getting on and off the boat at low and high tide. Knees, back, arms, elbow, So I'm so glad I didn't say, oh, when I get old, I'll live on a boat. No. And living in Colorado. Oh, am I glad I lived in Colorado when I was young? Trying to hold on to the steering wheel when you're skidding sideways coming down the mountain roads. Where I lived was a little town called Ouray, Ouray. It was right off of the mountains, right across the mountains from Silverton, which is the highest tip top up there in Telluride. And that was, I could get off on all these different little things.
She's going to sink, Captain. But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
Do everything when you are young. Okay, this grand elder post-war queen has got some backstory to her. She was a New York model back in 1969 and lived the modeling lifestyle for a while. My question to this queen is, how much money did she put away from her early high-earning days for retirement?
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh, she did mention she would have liked to have been rich in another video, but lives humbly now in her 70s. Can we say she may have been living high on the hog while her youth and beauty lasted, but eventually that party came to an end? Who knows? Don't get me wrong, ladies, as I do understand the concept of creating unique memories. The only problem is you can't pay the mortgage, buy groceries, or cover the electric bill with stories from that time you had caviar at a party in Manhattan. Nope, reality and retirement have this bad habit of slapping you in the face with the current bill that's due. I'm not saying you should live like a hermit. I am saying if you have to blow 20 G's on a 2-week vacation for it to count in your long-term memory banks, then you really need to learn how to budget your time off a lot better. But then again, some of you are going to get blown out by a beta imp chump as long as you pay him in between the sheets. 99.999% of men don't have that option to be flown out, so use it while you can, I guess.
But that was a cool trip. But the problem with living in a small little town like that, I didn't care about not being able to model anymore or anything like that. I figured we could get a job. My boyfriend, who was soon going to be my husband, he was a carpenter. I figured, hey, you're a carpenter, you can work anywhere. A lot of small towns, they all have all the doctors and Indian chiefs and people working in the offices it turned out that, okay, are we going to stay here this winter? Well, are we going to go back to Florida? Well, we'll stay here if he can get a job doing the snow plow on Red Mountain Pass. That is literally the most dangerous job in Colorado on those high mountain passes. So it came down to, are we going to be able to stay in Colorado? Because there was no rock climbing in Ouray then. There was no ski resort in Telluride. This was truly in the middle of nowhere. And we had to go back to Miami because he couldn't get a job as a snowplow operator.
Yep, this just about proved my point. I mean, it's cool that she left modeling for her boyfriend / soon-to-be husband. I give her credit there. That's rare nowadays. But still, it shows that memories are great and they don't have to be expensive to last the rest of your life. But to tell younger women to do everything while they are young, I would venture to say it could be considered a bit irresponsible. Some of these dream vacations have a hefty price tag, and for example, giving up a good chunk of your savings to a hotel and a theme park resort for a little bit of time is basically just throwing your money away. Let's face it, fam, it's almost always men who are the ones who think about long-term retirement. And as it usually plays out, it's the bulk of women who decide that retirement is either going to be living off Social Security, or after they have had all their fun and are ready to settle down, after Chad / Tyrone stretched them out, then they're going to find some sucker to take care of her and her 3 kids.
You're here to save me!
You got your liberation now, Queens. That includes paying your own bills. I only hope that all-inclusive trip to visit the mouse in Florida was worth the funds your 401k didn't get.
No. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.